Hi everyone, it's Lumin. It is a Wednesday here, and it is hot in Los Angeles today. This is EIK WM France G4567 game with Field Watchman CS2376 Junior and Mercator. Draft 10, if that was not immediately noticed. And there are some cards here. The first pick, we got options. Got options. Uh, Historian, Hut Builder, Turkey Breeder, Bargaining Baker, all pretty usable here as first picks. Hey, Obsolete Human. Yeah, fun stuff indeed. With draft 10 and... Let's see, how sad am I going to be if these three go as the next picks? I take Shearer or Diligent Farmer. I think I gotta take Historian here. Yeah, Historian just, if you can get all types of resources pretty early, you can get Ox. That's probably good enough here. Alright, what's this one? I think these are all pickable. Blacksmith maybe less. Farm Educator, duplicate at this point. Well, Turkey Breeder's probably happy to see Farm Educator. There was Hut Builder, Barg Baker. I think I have to take Dusk Worker here. Village Head is less good in a draft 10. Silo Girl quite nice, but I don't think there was great Stonehouse stuff. In fact, there was Hut Builder, which says don't go to Stone. Yeah, this is all okay. Jungle Farmer, that's a no. Farm Worker and Visiting Quarryman are both quite good here, I think. Both being rather flexible Ox. I think Quarryman's just better. And at this point with Historian, I'm not exactly sure when I'm playing it. And if I have Quarryman and Duskworker in hand already, it's like I can delay that even more. Fun story. I'm not sure if I've played Duskworker. I know it's good. I just haven't felt like it's fit into my game before. And, I mean, Turkey Breeder would be really nice with some of these things, but I don't think I was going to pick that over Hut Builder or Barg Baker either. So I don't have much room to regret my pick so far of Historian. Peace Worker I always like a lot. The other option is Peasant, I think. Right, but like Turkey Breeder can get close to winning games on its own. Like it's probably the best sheep sweeping thing. So definitely no shame in taking Turkey Breeder either. Yeah. Sculptor's Son and Wood Laborer are interesting but not good enough. I don't think I need Peasant. Peace Worker I think is just the best card here by a decent amount. I don't really want to take Cowboy, but that's another sheep sweeper. Peasant, yeah. Like, there's a mini combo there with Peasant and Sculptor's Son, but I only get this pack once. I don't remember any day labor combos. Alright, and the obvious picks got taken. That's fine. Shearer to block the turkey breeder, or Diligent Farmer because it's good. With Diligent Farmer, you want to do something like have Silo Girl and get to 3 stone rooms pretty early. And then, like, in round 12, you'll have max grain, max veggies, and maybe be able to fence 12. And then you build a free stone room with Diligent Farmer. So that's really how you want to use that. Shearer. I don't think I can do Winter Keeper here. I can't say for sure with Peace Worker that my feeding is going to be on time or ahead of time. And those 5 extra rounds, you have to really do it 5 times to make it worth it. Because doing it 4 times for 3 points is just pretty sad. Because Winter Keeper says if you have perfect tempo, you can get a few extra points out of it. And if your tempo is less than perfect, you wasted time doing this. So this is really more of a gamble on if Silo Girl comes back. And Silo is usually too good. Because, like, with Dusk Worker, I don't really want to be max fences for a while. It's more like late game where I max my fences. So I think I just take Shearer. There's nothing wrong with Shearer. Womp womp. Wompity womp womp womp. Village Head is here. Could there be minor support down in the draft, or is it too risky? For Diligent Farmer, miners don't usually get you help for maxing categories, in my experience. I was also thinking, I didn't say this, but Peace Worker solves crops decently on its own. Oh, and I forgot about Wood Distributor, but it's great to have with Wood Distributor. I guess I just take Silo Girl here. And maybe I get a Stonehouse Miner, but those are kind of rare. Pen Builder with Shearer is an interesting thought. I don't really want to be longbowing away my wood or jungling my wood. Especially with the Wood Distributor potentially in game. I don't really want to be penning my wood either, but I really don't need Outrider at this point. So, let's see. How do I want to throw away my wood? If I have extra wood, which is not going to happen. If I were to longbow, would it combo with Peace Worker? When I use an action... no. Peace Worker doesn't work with animals, and then it would just work normally on the action space that I piece work on if eligible. But, like, for example, sheep. Sheep usually would be adjacent to wood, 3 wood, in 1 or 3. Well, I guess if it's 1, 3, or 4, it's guaranteed adjacent to wood, clay, or reed. And then in stage 3, boar's always adjacent to veg, so that's Peace Worker eligible, sometimes stone. Cow is not Peace Worker eligible, but stone is. Oh. There would be 1 wood on the animal accumulations piece. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I think that works. So that means let Longbowman fall to someone else. So yeah, that's an interesting idea. I don't think it's high probability, of course, but yeah. Yeah, it's actually a reason not to take it, right? I guess I'll take Jungle Farmer. I might find myself in a situation where I have a lot of wood. Maybe. Light his house. Planter box is cool to see. Clay roof, when I have visiting quarryman in hand, feels way too strong to pass. Kappa indeed. I don't think I can pass clay roof though. I mean, silo is really unlikely. I think my most likely plan is play Peace Worker first, then into Historian, and then Quarryman, Dusk Worker, Shearer. I don't know if I actually need that fourth Ock from Historian. So if Lighthouse gets taken, I mean, still get Planter Box or Witch's Dance Ground or Upholstery back. Children's Playground could be okay. Hanging Garden. Use up 4 spaces with stone. Get 3 points. Kill a 2x2 spot on your farm. So this would probably be these 2x2. Then build rooms up here, start plowing, and fences out here. I mean, this is generally a pretty junky pack. I'm not really sure I need Tuileries just because I've gotten enough crop support, potentially. Yeah. So I think I take either Flamingo Lake or Hanging Garden. Neither of those feels great. Wildlife Reserve is not terrible here. I think with Visiting Quarryman and Peace Worker, it's reasonable to take a high stone cost thing here. I'm not going to be a diligent farmer, so I don't care if I make my farm awkward with Hanging Garden. Oh, and if I wheel Witch's Dance Ground, I can get 2 spaces back and get a bonus point for it. That sounds fun. So that would be like putting 2 extra spaces out here or down here to fence, yeah. Yeah, it's not even that awkward. Hey, Sid. Black Rice Plant is very interesting with Historian. But I want to be peace working pretty early, I think. Supply exchange, obviously not too useful with Peace Worker. Yeah, I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter. I mean, there's still a chance Wood Distributor gets played and no wood gets added. And then in that case, having Garden and Dance Ground fills up 6 bad spaces. So I don't think there's too many bad ways this could go. Stone Giant. I probably just take Stone Giant here. I really like having a lot of ways to spend a lot of stone, because in these G6, G7 games, sometimes you just end up with huge stone piles. Twibble and Twibble is good. Hey, Mitty, how are you? Yeah, I don't need Rooster here. If I had a round 1 Hawk, then I would definitely feel inclined to take Rooster. Because I don't really care about going forth. I either play Peace Worker for 1 food or. Yeah, I guess what I'm doing here, Sid, is trying to play into my Silo Girl line a bit more, or give me an excuse not to play Hanging Gardens if I want to fence early, because then that makes Hanging Garden unplayable. Um, Historian feels much more powerful. Yeah, I think the main reason it might be misused, MIDI, is if people destroy their own room tempo by playing it and killing off resources that they probably need. So I'm going to take Stone Giant. Mangrove Tree gives an extra wood for... These two are like barely better if Wood Distributor gets played. Too many people going for all 4 Ox. That's true too. Well, also Field Barterer exists in an environment with enough plows. Eel Farm would be silly, absolutely. How many spaces can I take up with non-farming things? Eel Farm definitely not here, just in case Hanging Garden comes in. But it would be silly. I haven't taken Baby Sling in a long time. I'm not convinced my game makes it good. I'm gonna see how many stone I can spend on miners. That's my game plan now. Oh, Lighthouse came back. That's nice. Guess I'm going Peace Worker Silo Girl. It was more a speculative pick. Witch's Dance Ground could come back and be a fun little mini combo. Yeah, only if I double build, I agree. Yeah, and Witch's Dance... maybe that was my first pack and it was taken. So it looks like Hanging Gardens is off the team, but, you know, that's totally fine. Lighthouse in a Sling game is risky. Yeah, but I got Silo Girl. A lot of... I mean, what else was I picking out of that pack? Upholstery? Upholstery is fine. Especially with Clay Roof and Peace Worker. And my miners not being urgent. Hanging needs no fences, though. And usually you don't score too well if you don't build fences early enough. Oh, okay. Fair enough. This is a bit of trying something, too, where I keep seeing all those stone piles, and someone ends up just, like, building a stone room because there's too much stone in the game. So here I've drafted, what is this? 11 stone worth of miner costs. I think I take necklace, or milk can here. Necklace. Yeah. Wildlife reserve, just not good enough. Allegory. With extra wood from not building a room, that could be really good. So with Hanging Garden and Lighthouse, there's enough space on my farm to get 5 fields and 4 pastures in a 2-room stone house. Lighthouse Silo Girl is like right on the edge of viable stone house strategies. Allegory is perfect. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful thing to find here. Stone Giant also makes Stonehouse strategies a bit better because you have a chance at slamming the round 5 spaces if you're not start player. So I think I like my hand. My default line is going to be Stonehouse I might consider Reedstone Food before playing Peace Worker if I get the option, just because it triggers Historian, and for sure I want to be playing Peace Worker, and that means for sure I can play 4 Ox off Historian if things line up. Duskworker, Visiting Quarryman, and Shearer are automatic. My miners are really expensive. Yes, they are. And I think that's okay in G6, G7. Yes, Stone Giant also supports it. Alright, and I'm start player. Oh, but there was Rooster. I accept this trade. It does not need to be as rushed. That's correct. Alright, so I get Freeok. So this is definitely Peace Worker. And I'll have access to my favorite spot in the game, Reed, Stone, minus food. Yeah, Rooster did make it really far, but I think that's just because there weren't any round 1 Ox. Like, plenty of stage 1 Ox, but not a ton of round 1 Ox. Sobate came first, which is not cheap or improve. 2 wood is, like, barely okay with me. I mean, 2 wood is still fine. 2 clay is also fine, just because of Historian. There was a no Ox strat, Sid. There was Black Rice Plant. Sorry. Let's see here. Well, the play-by-play says Field Watchman wanted to play Bosun, and yep, there's Bosun. I wonder if he got Barg Baker. Probably, because Mercator might rather take Hut Builder. And CS could have Turkey Breeder. So I want to be somewhat aggressive with my with taking food in stage 1, just to support more Reed, Stone. I could have taken a 3rd clay. Because this gets me my Reno and Historian with 1 move. Mercator started with Potato Dibber, Field Watchman plowed, as more or less expected. So I'll take wood here if I can. 3 wood would be great. Yeah, Mitty, it's a very strange pronunciation. I don't know the reasoning for it, but that's definitely what it is. Alright, and School Lunch Lady for CS. I think, yeah, because English, exactly. I'm expecting that CS will end up being sad that Field Watchman has Bargaining Baker. 3 wood, 3 clay, pretty much exactly what I wanted here. I can start player or day labor, and I think I'm fine with either. Yep. I mean, it's a good card. It is going to make him sad, yeah. Field Watchman fishes for 2. I pretty much have to start here to have a chance at the 3 food traveling. The fish for 2 is a woe. If that's what you're saying, I agree. Cash crop. Yeah, it could be something like Golden Rose. That would be pretty reasonable. Cash crop is great to see. So I can take 2 wood, but I can just day labor also. And then reedstone or 3 food. And then start player with clay roof into reedstone round 4, and to play historian round 4. Oh, bark baker and baker servant in the same hand. Yeah, that's awkward. I think I would rather take bark baker if you have to choose, even though servant is better. Yeah, for the same reason Sid says, stealing gonna be pretty strong. Okay, so I have the first clay. People are on the edge of feeding here. I'm gonna put some pressure on. Peaceworker into Lighthouse is pretty solid, I think. The timing on Hanging Gardens makes it pretty unlikely that I play it. Pickler. Sid and Mitty having some nice agreement there. I'm going to say the food situation is pretty sketch for everyone except me. I don't really need this move, but it gives me a chance at 6 wood, which is pretty gross. And I was kind of thinking about this when I took that extra clay. Like, could be good for renovation or could be good for a room if it just falls into my lap. But this should put people in a pretty tight spot and make people think I'm doing something that I'm not. So my stage 1 has gone pretty ideally so far. What's funny is that with Historian, I'm going to be playing Visiting Quarryman very fast and then not the others for a while. So I guess I don't need to rush this. Mercator plays Twibble and Twibble. I know Sid, but that's because CS is in front of me taking it twice. And Mercator started the other time. Or SS and Historian is what I'm thinking. The other option is if I get 6 wood, but I don't. So that was a good line. It forced Field Watchman to take 3 wood, basically, after Mercator hardcasted Twibble. So I think this is a pretty good opening. Typing is hard. Well, he saw that I might have take room parts with my first action this round, and then CS would build. So his only other option was to take start player with his first action this round, which doesn't help him enough. There's Barg Baker for Field Watchman, which is sad for CS. Historian and Forwood both do a lot for me here. Historian into Quarryman is obviously fantastic if I can get Reno round 5. I would place all 4. It looks like I am likely to play Silo Girl here. If I take 4 wood, then Mercator probably just start players. Field Watchman is buying Clay Oven regardless. And then CS needs to take food. Meaning Mercator gets 6 wood or the room. I think this is safest. It gives me a chance if Grow comes round 5. With Clay Roof, I can actually pay all 4 and still have room parts. Pretty fun. Mercator takes 4 clay. I like that. Oh, I'm getting 6 wood next round. I have the choice between 6 wood and build. That's a fun place to be in. Oh my gosh, and the fireplace is available too. Oh, and we get Reno. Praise be to Chris. This is kind of a bluff think here. I'm not thinking about whether to take 6 wood or not. I'm thinking about a later move. Probably just 6 wood into Historian here. Don't Reno yet. Play Visiting Quarryman next round for 6 clay so I can Reno with a Cookery. Oh, CS took Fishing instead of Day Labor. Hanging Garden's pretty much off the team already. I could also double build now. Don't want to close off all my options. Oh, you know what would just be better is building Fireplace. Even though it invites Turkey Breeder. Yeah, I agree, Sid. Being right behind Bargaining Baker, Bosun, it doesn't seem like the right play. Planner box here, which means that CS probably isn't building another room. Well, I guess it doesn't matter too much, but... Fireplace feels winning. So yeah, that's so CS can play Turkey Breeder, but then he has no food, 2 stone, 2 grain, and the option between growing and taking sheep without a cookery. Farm worker for Mercator, that's pretty nice here in a food type game. Love something like farm worker. I think I'm happy with either growth or. Oh my. Yeah, meat seller. I don't think that's a bad play. Yeah, I think this food situation is gonna hit him pretty hard. And it looks like I am getting the sheep first move here, and it is stone. Yeah, this is actually looking amazing for me. I still don't have to Reno, which is kind of ridiculous. It also seems wrong not to go for a Reno line here. I probably don't have enough actions to steal growth. Second. Because these sheep are necessary. And then historian. Yeah, I can't steal growth, but that's okay. I think I'm in a pretty dominant position here. Yeah, it has to be correct. Farm worker and rookies? Does that combo? With clear cutting, that sounds winning. Or like muddy land instead of clear cutting, because farm worker doesn't care what it is. Might as well get a second resource. Field watchman builds a room, of course. And CS takes the clay. I might just get 6 wood again if Mercator doesn't, or Field Watchman doesn't take 3 wood. And they've got some stuff to do. Like, Mercator doesn't need to feed right now, but clay wheeling was huge for CS, yes. And plays Drained Pond. So visiting Quarrymen and Shear can come out pretty quickly here. So Mercator took the 3 wood. And I think Field Watchman took Reedstone. Let's see. What am I up to? Reed Stone Stone, Quarryman 3C, Reno Bump. Yeah. Doesn't really affect anything. Well, yeah, I think that's Sid's point. Flamingo Lake for Mercator. Definitely not a bad one to play this early. You played against a native bosun that came in last recently? I mean, it doesn't give the highest ceiling. Very high floor, but if it's a high ceiling game... So I play Silo Girl next. Oh, Blacksmith. Oh, Blacksmith was in this game. I think I'll be paying Field Watchman a lot of food here. Oh, but what Field Watchman is doing is stealing the stone oven right now. That is rude. Maybe Hanging Gardens is still on the team. Yeah, Andrew has to take 4 food here. And has no feeding engine, needs a hearth now. Do I need an extra clay? No. Yeah. But I want to keep taking stone because, you know, I've got... As long as I can get food, the stone is going to be easy. And I might Quarryman 4 stone. I mean, I feel like I have this one locked up already. I shouldn't count my chickens so quickly, but... Hearth. With Silo Girl, it's the better option. And I'm going to be fencing pretty early. I don't know what you guys are doing. Well, the meat seller was forcing, and I think I didn't reveal any of my stone house ideas yet. Field Watchman wants 4 wood. Oh, 4 wood. I mean, Bosun Blacksmith Bargaining Baker is very strong. Oh, I need to play this. My Reno is not blocked right now. Can play Shearer next round. So, I mean, all my Ox did come out quite fast in this mid-game growth queue time. Mercator plays prenatal visit for his hut builder room. That's really nice. Field Watchman is defending start player here. With a threshing plow. Threshing plow! Oh man, you really want to get that out early with Bosun, but not sure what exactly happened there. Going forth after CS plays Rooster. You know, this is a hand where I think I would take Rooster. Like Bosun Bargaining Baker, you really want to take that Bosun plow, 3 wood plow. CS takes 6 wood. A Quarryman stone here, right? And then I can renovate something exciting. Getting both of my Quarryman uses so early and so efficiently. Really good. Obviously, early resources are better than late resources. And I'd rather be paying the bank food to save stone, get an extra stone on Peaceworker instead of using Blacksmith. I'm not sure I want to use both yet. Yeah, it wasn't super efficient, but the timing was pretty necessary. And I got this fireplace out of it. Like, having this fireplace is bonkers. This is probably Turkey Breeder, CS being on Ock. So do I want to reno Lighthouse anyway? I think that gets me 6 wood. Because if I reno Lighthouse, then or at least play Lighthouse with one of my actions. Then Field Watchman has to grow, and CS has to take Maimai for a hearth, or else he's totally screwed. I would probably just take Maimai for the fun of it. Could take Reedstone here and Reno. No, and then I have BMW to play, which Peaceworker really loves. And this 4 reed pile is hanging out. I could just take the 5 reed here and call dibs on BMW. I think this works. I'm not going to waste a food on it. Oh, yeah, I could do that for growth, but I'll grow the round after. Well, I have a veg coming in on Silo Girl. I'm playing Shearer for another food. Oh, CS plays the Hearth here. So, or this doesn't get me 6 wood. It gets me 5. So, veg, 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 grain, grain, grain. Field Watchman playing Witch's Dance Ground on growth. Probably don't take extra wood. Yeah, I do want a fence pretty soon, so I think Hanging Gardens is out of the picture. Yeah, this lined up very well. Yeah, I could grow with it. It does raise my ceiling. Especially because 5 fields is not looking too likely, honestly. Maybe it is the right play. Basket Maker's Workshop or Fences is the move here, though, right? I also want to get Dovecote down. Buying the well would be nice. Blacksmithing the well and blacksmithing the Dovecote on family growth. Pretty good. Duskworker to build fences. I think I have to take Maimai just with all the stone I want to spend. Well, it does, Sid. I can fence 6 spaces. Nobody's gonna build. Well, Mercator could build a room, but I'd still have action priority. Oh, supply exchange. Supply exchange. There was supply exchange. Oh, okay. So I guess I have to start. Let's go for it. And then as long as Mercator... Well, now I'm sure I can... Well, now after it doesn't build a room. So I'm going to feed a veg and shearer. Then I can fence 13 or take Reed, Stone, Stone. Yeah, Duskworker doesn't want me to fence 8. It's slightly more efficient this way. CS playing Village Fool instead of taking Village Head. This is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Oh, I don't have moves. So weird I'm not being green. Yeah, I was joining a game with Mercator already in, so that explains that. Uh, Village Head was in the draft? Yeah, and I saw it twice and I passed it twice. It was draft 10 though. I can't read stone. I could stone read and play Dovecoat. I am a little behind on. I should probably not want to rush Dovecoat. Should probably just fence here. The animals are 1-2-1. I got a fence here. Even though it means I'm not doing much with this miner. Fencing here, really good. So Mercator takes the obvious 6 wood. CS needs to pay the last food plow. I grow with milk can and I'm fine with it. I play Dusk Worker to start round 11. Jungle Farmer is not super out of the question. It's probably not the right play. I could be worried about Field Watchman's Game here. Witch's Dance Ground is actually really nice when you have Threshing Plow. I like that a lot. Because you can spend 15 fences on 4 pastures in the 5 spaces that he has remaining. CS takes Reedstone. I'll do my grow. Yeah, 1 grain from Bosun. There's an argument that I don't actually want to play Milk Can here because I can play it so effectively later. But the food tempo is fine here. I mean, people are busy in the growth queue here because I was always threatening to build until I showed that I was renoing. And people, I think, just got preoccupied with wanting to make sure they got their spot in the growth queue. I'm just chilling here playing a Stonehouse Silo Girl. Yeah, if I saw the Stone Giant line, I probably should have done it, but I didn't see it until Sid pointed it out. Oh, Master Stableman for Mercator. That's pretty good. Who do I think has Diligent Farmer? It can only be Field Watchman or Mercator. Probably more likely Mercator. It's definitely Mercator style. Yeah, I'm still comfortably leading, I agree. I really want to get the BMW, though. Whoa, that's F1. Not the number 1. That's not the number 1 either. So with Tuileries Garden, CS can just hit plow and get all of his crops. This is still a pickler game, lest we not forget, but Peace Worker is going to come in handy. You can buy 2 veg at a cost of 2 food on the action space. Probably going to be pretty useful. Field Watchman now fishing here. So it looks like I might only get 2 sheep. Because CS probably takes the 2 cows first move. That's still totally fine with me. Shearer with sheep getting to 6 with no effort, that's totally fine. CS might first action plow, that's right. Now the question is, do I take the 2 cows or the 2 sheep? CS starts discarding for Fool. This will be 4 cards for 3 points. Play by play says CS probably takes the cows, but... Oh, and Mercator stayed in wood so that he could get Twibble and Twibble. Fair enough. It didn't end up being a good Twibble game, but if round 5 is Growth and round 7 is Reno, then it becomes a great Twibble game. Well, generally 2 cows is better, but like I've done the math before, and it's surprisingly common how... Well, I guess having a sheep already, I could play Allegory on... Well, if things go badly. I'm not convinced. Let me just say that. Oh, Planner boxed the Tuileries. I don't think Tuileries restricts which field you sow on. So that's nice. Taking a pile of stone and playing BMW seems fine. I don't really want to spend actions doing start player. Yeah, it's a sad cash prop. I mean, where's the school lunch lady grain? I don't see the discard on the board either. Let's see, how many wood am I short of jungle farming? I need 8 wood to jungle farm all these. Mercator starts with the milk can I passed. I'd rather just have Allegory done. Yeah, I don't get to see the discard, but I mean, it's kind of like proof you did it. I guess it's most important that the player doesn't have access to it, and it's not like I don't trust CS. Fencing 9. Could well here. Basket Makers just seems better. I do like this spend a lot of stone plan. I mean, my ceiling is getting quite high for a round 7 growth game. I am short food though. I am short of food on feeding. Should eat the veg again. I don't know if I need to fight for Pickler this game. Honestly, I feel pretty good about not needing to fight for Pickler and still winning pretty easily. Mercator Renowing with Fireplace. First action. Oh, Stone came out round 11, so the Stone Giant is for the round 13 space. So I'll want to manage that somewhat carefully. Interesting room location, I agree. Doesn't seem to help much. It's more committal than it needs to be. Field Watchman playing Backyard Baker. Oh, so took that first or second, and wow. Yeah, another way to get veg. That's really good. That's really good. All right, and some slightly bad news here. Stone is not connected to Grow. Field Watchman taking 3 wood over something like Sobake. At this point, I think I'm not playing Allegory. Yeah, he's going to have enough green this game. I don't think that... Oh, that's true, Sid. Just take 2 boar here, I think. There's definitely a way I get too greedy. I don't think I want to fight Pickler here. Well is definitely available, yeah. Renault bread machine. Having bread machine here is a bit of an ouch. Well, no one's fighting for well. Yeah, the stone on the 2 stone doesn't help. Because it doesn't make Stone Giant very easy to play. I'm the only one who's played paid blacksmith. I'm the only one with food. Start player Dovecoat for growth is okay. And I play this without paying blacksmith. And the reasoning for this, it's start player instead of Mei Mai. And I need another stone action anyway, most likely. Mercator takes a veg, that's pretty slick. That was one of my lines, is to take 2 veg there and Plauso. Probably not to win Pickler. I don't think that's happening. Okay, so the sheep situation is such that I can probably get 2 sheep second action next round. Yeah, and in fact, he just did so 3 veg. I think Pickler fighting is not the way for me here. I could take 1 sheep right now. I could take 2 sheep next round. 2 sheep is 3 extra food because of the extra sheep and shearer, and also gives me an avenue to get a 2-point single sheep in round 14. So this gives me all the read I need for the rest of the game. Pretty good. Can eat a cow this harvest. So I think an ideal round for me is growth, or should I just plow so? Yeah, I'd probably plow so because my tempo gets pretty terrible if I don't. Because Mercator doesn't mind plow sowing at all, and CS needs to plow, so yeah. Hanging Gardens has done a lot of work, yeah, absolutely. You think Field Watchman is the main competition? I mean, I don't think there is main competition after I guarantee that second field is the thing. I think I'm clear on my way to 50-ish. And I don't see how anyone else cracks 45 by more than a point or two. I mean, there's a way Field Watchman gets. Well, no, not having the pastors yet and being on 3 people just like I am. I do have Allegory in my back pocket, and that's going to be 2 moves for 4 points next round, if I can get it down. Could even do it with Jungle Farmer if I get an extra wood. Yeah, and I feel like Andrew will keep fighting Pickler. I don't think it's his best option, but... Because, like, sowing a green on Planter Box is so good there, but he sows the veg. So, I don't agree with it, but I had a feeling that might happen. Merc takes 4 wood. And I probably just take 3 stone last move. Gives me lots of options for points next round. The fencing situation. Ooh, gold mine. That makes my last action... Food, stone? Instead of 3 stone? Oh, CS takes it for 2 wood. Fair enough. So next round there are 2 Renovators and 2 Fencers. CS and Field Watchman are going to be fighting for Reno. Okay, so I think I see what's going to happen. It's going to be Field Watchman's going to be forced into Reno fencing after CS takes a stone move. If Mercator fences, that's not great for me. If I take the stone, then Mercator can't threaten Reno. And it might be better if he is threatening Reno. Better for me. Am I trying to min-max this too hard? Yeah, the sequence gets too convoluted for me to try to do much about, so I'll just take 3 stone here. And Allegory won't be points for me because I don't have capacity. So for me, well is 4 points. I don't have capacity though, Sid. But yeah, I was thinking. Oh, Rooster, yeah. But the well is 4 points. Growth is 3 points. Plow sow would be 3 points, but I'm not getting it. Mercator just fences here. Uh. Yeah, it's you would have taken something different with day labor? Yeah. It would change what I'm doing for sure. Three wood? Okay. Yeah, because he has to pay off Turkey Breeder. Good thing he remembered. That's not something I remember all the time, and I've played Turkey Breeder plenty. Yep, rough game. Just unfortunate draft position. Bosun getting Bargaining Baker. Mercator getting a Flamingo Lake. Neat. So right now I'm fed by eating a cow and a pig and shearer and a reed. Seems a bit extra. I only have 3 moves. I have an extra grain also. It means 2 veg as options as 2 points move. Okay, so that is plow for CS. I imagine Field Watchman sows a veg there. Maybe. If I can grow well and 2 points somehow, then that's totally fine. Oh, I can also jungle farmer. Well, that's if the well gets blocked. I only lose 1 point if the well gets blocked, so that's nice. I guess instead of jungle farming, I should just play Stone Giant on start player. See, I already have 6 food just by eating a reed and shearer. Mercator plays Cloister on... Play-by-play says Major Minor instead of taking the Rooster point. Why didn't I piecework the stone last round? Cause I can't do math, but also it seems like that came in handy. Because I'm not getting 2 imps. Yeah. That's fine. I'm in a fine position here to just Stone Giant on start player. And then I have sheep available to me. Look at all the stone miners I drafted and played. Look at my prescience. So yeah, the Stone Giant doesn't help me here. There's Mercator Diligent Farming. Nice. That explains the farm layout quite a bit. What other communal bonuses were there? Just Pickler? The sheep goes, so I can still take pickles for 2 points. I only blacksmith 2 stone, yeah. So that accounts for my Reno stone. So that means I took 2, 6, 8, 10, 13 stone. And I spent 15. Seems pretty winning. I don't care. I don't think I care. It's just, Stable's not going to do it. Jungle Farmer can't do, effectively. So it's Stable to block against Constable, or... Yeah, no one can Constable. Well, I have the wrong number of every animal, which is kind of funny. I guess I can eat a boar too. No, just 1 point shearer. Well, not perfect, but totally fine. I should be right around 51 to 53, somewhere in there, I think. Maybe as low as 48 with inefficiency on grain count, animal counts. 44, 3, 2, 1, 1, 51. Definitely a Chris Blessed game, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, no doubt about it. But also, I kept myself flexible, right? I wasn't committed to this line. This happened to be my best line, but I wasn't committed to it. Like, I was happy to build. And I think being able to do that. Clay Roof was... I didn't quite see how good Clay Roof would be with my Ox, but man, it turned out to be good. Yeah, Field Watchman ends on 38. CS ends on a similar score. And Mercator's definitely the second place here. Good endgame for Mercator. Yeah, Sling not getting played, fortunate. Turns out CS had it. So, I mean, a bit lucky in a few ways in getting the right draft plan for growth. And yeah, I'm a bit surprised no one block picked Lighthouse, but I guess that pack was pretty good. Yeah, it wouldn't matter that much. It would give me better access to growth without room in 12 also. Yeah, so this is a fun game. Kind of easy, just in the way that everything fell in a Chris favorable way. So 51-45 and then 37-38. Cool, cool. So thanks for watching. Thanks all for hanging out. Sid for providing some very nice commentary. And I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.